Around 3 weeks ago, I moved over to Thailand at the age of 18, and life started to become a bit boring, to be honest, because there was no new challenge in my life. I mean, sure, I could go to the beach, I could talk to that girl, and all of the typical stuff which the freedom seeking entrepreneurial me loved, but there were no new challenges. So, what I did is I created a new challenge because I absolutely love to freaking suffer, and I created this reel saying that there was like a festival known as Tomatina Festival, which is in Spain. And there's a very popular Bollywood movie, like a Hindi movie, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. And in this, they go over to the festival, Tomatina Festival, and I just like ask Google, when is the festival? So it's in around like 3 to 4 months from now, and I set out a goal. I just recorded a reel without even thinking what I was doing, and I that I have an goal, like a name, a vision that I'll move over to Spain and everything for like a month at least during the Tomatina festival if I can add $5,000 more on top of what I'm already making to my personal income and structure my business in a way that I do not have to work more than 2 hours a day. Now 5,000 to be honest is not a really big problem. I don't think so. It's actually going to be a really big issue. The biggest problem is going to be me actually getting all the things, like actually accomplishing all of these goals whilst working less than 2 hours a day. Now, I'm not saying I won't ever work like a second more than 2 hours a day. I'll probably end up working more than that. But I want to position it in a way that it can function without me as well. And right now, the biggest problem in my business is it's it's very dependent on me, and it cannot actually run without me because I'm the one who's doing like most of the work, and I'm not really good at hiring, at delegating tasks and managing employees and everything. So I thought like I can do a lot of stuff. I can focus on more marketing. I can find like better ways of delivering services to my clients. But the biggest constraint in my business, which I realized after listening to this audiobook, buy back your time, like I was just listening to the audiobook. I can't find like the full audiobook. Yeah, this is the one I was listening to. So it's like a 5.5 hour book by this guy named Dan Martell, who I believe had a software company and he was working like 12-15 hours a day, and then he absolutely hated his life. So he's like literally showing how you can build a company that you can actually run without you, and it actually gives you the life of your dreams. So I was listening to it, I was actually understanding and grasping the concepts, and it felt like he was speaking exactly to me. He was like, bro, I'm writing this book for you. I understand like these are the problems you're going through. You have the mentality of GST, get shit done. Yeah, I'll do all the work. But yeah, that's not how a successful entrepreneurial venture is actually gonna run. That's not how you're gonna become a billionaire. My freaking sawmill, my love. And yeah, so I realized I needed to build out systems. And I built out a couple of systems. I built out a system for lead scraping and everything. And I was about to go and build a new system. So I just thought I'll document it so you can see if you're stuck like me where your business is very dependent on you and you're trying to hire employees and everything, how you can actually create it. So what I'm going to do is create a LinkedIn lead scraping system, because I realized I was spending like a lot of time scraping leads from LinkedIn. Even though it's automated and everything, it was taking like a couple of hours of my time, and it's not a very like mentally challenging task. Any random 13-year-old kid could do the same as well. So I just thought I'll document the entire process, like what actually needs to be done, and I'll just share that tutorial. I'll just create a system so that I can like have employees and they can get the work done. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So the idea I have in my head, like I'll give you the rough mental map. So that's what we're gonna do. You can see how freaking professional I am. This is exactly what I plan to do, and obviously this is a very simple system I'm creating. I'm not saying like, yeah, I'm like a freaking villain or something just because I have this simple system. So right now, like, our goal is to automate LinkedIn lead scraping, not scarping, scraping. Boom. And for this, the plan I have in my head is document how you actually are going to accomplish that, and that I've already done. So I created like a Loom video where I showed how you can like scrape the leads from LinkedIn and everything. So now the documentation part has been done. So now we're able to document it. So now I have a thing which I can share, like a video I can share with people, and they can do the same. Now I have to create a system to find people to do it well. And this is not really like difficult or something. And like, yeah, it's not really difficult because I mean, like, it's not a very cognitively demanding task like sales closing or something. And for that, what I simply did is I created like a simple post over here, like a simple reel, where I said, like, yeah, we're looking for like a 1 month unpaid internship. And someone might be like, Somil, bro, like, that's wrong, blah, blah, blah. You should not be like using people for free labor, bro. I'm doing these people a favor. They have zero skills, and I'm like giving them skills. And after a month, if they do a good job, I'm gonna hire them on a paid role. So yeah, I'm gonna get like 1 month worth of free labor. So I have gotten a couple of replies. Some people reached out to me personally in the DMs. I got replies on Twitter as well. So yeah, I'm gonna like use these people, train them how to scrape leads, data, everything, and from that point onward, we will move on. So this is also checked. So I'll just make this green. So yeah, this is checked. This is also checked. Yeah, we have found people who can do that as well. So now all we need to do is create like a simple spreadsheet with the info of these people so that we can refer it and assign them to a client. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. Actually, I don't need to show you. It's a pretty simple process. So I'm just gonna create like a spreadsheet, and this should not be done because we've not done it. Yeah, in that spreadsheet, I'm gonna have the name, email, phone number, and what client they're assigned to. I think one lead generator and one appointment setup per client is gonna be enough. So I think that should be enough. After that, once we have like the people and they're assigned to the clients, we have a system to appoint, to assign work daily, and keep them accountable. So yeah, we have a system to ensure like the work is sent out to them daily and they actually do the work. And then yep, easy way to communicate what work needs to be done with them. So that's the basic plan I have. So we're going to be automating like the entire process of lead scraping. So we already found the people. Spreadsheet I'll create later. It's not actually that difficult. So first things first, now we have to create a system to assign the work daily and keep them accountable. But I like to think of everything from the end step. Like, how's it going to look like? So I'm just going to use the power of my brain, like the imagination I have, and I'm thinking, what's an easy way I can communicate to these people, like how exactly they need to do the work. I'm thinking, like, let's say I want people to scrape LinkedIn. What's the best and the easiest way? So I can think of is I can have some people who go to LinkedIn, they find like they apply all the different filters and everything, and then they can copy the link of the LinkedIn search page, and then they can like communicate it to these people, and then yeah, after that point onwards, I think it's going to be pretty simple and straightforward. So yeah, that's a pretty simple thing. So what I'll do is I'll come over to SalesGen, which is a white label version of Go High Level, which is another software. And yeah, Go High Level is one of the best softwares in my opinion. If you want to run your business, you can literally run your entire business from one. If you watch exactly as I'm going to show you, my websites, funnels, everything, it's on Go High Level. I just asked someone if on my you want to scrape like try out the software for free, you have my affiliate link. And the best part is, if you sign up using my affiliate link, I give you access to all these systems I build out for free. Like yeah, like it does not cost you anything extra, but yeah, you get like free access to all these systems. And Go High Level is gonna cost you like it's $100 for one account, and if you want like multiple accounts, then it's $300 and $500. I obviously have the $500 a month plan where you can create unlimited accounts. So if you want Go High Level at a 50% discount, you can click over here, and it's going to be just like $49 a month instead of $100 a month. So if you're going to use it for just your business, then use this. If you're going to be using like Go High Level for multiple accounts, you want to give your clients accounts as well, then you can come over here and you can use this. So yeah, you can use the affiliate link, whatever you think is going to be a better thing. So I'm just going to come over to Go High Level, and then I'll thinking of creating a simple form where I can enter the data. So I'll come over to sites, I'll come over to form, I'll go to the form builder, and this is great. Because imagine you had to do it earlier, you have to create a Google form, then you have to create like a stupid integration using make.com, and then you had to use like a Gmail integration. It was way too freaking messy. Go High Level is freaking great because yeah, you can do all of these things from here. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna create a new freaking form, and then I'm just gonna like name it Yeah, the form is here. I'm just gonna game it like LinkedIn URL scraper form. Boom. I'm gonna delete all this existing crap which is already here. Delete, 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 delete this crap, delete this crap, delete this crap. So yeah, the first thing we want to do is enter like the full name. So yeah, basically what I'm thinking is whenever I enter the name of the employee, the message would go out to him correctly. So I'll just name it as name. After that, I'll keep it as required so that in the future anyone else wants to do it, they have to enter it. After that, the phone, and over here, I'm thinking like, why is like, yeah. After that, whenever we send out a message to them, like we'll enter the phone number and then the WhatsApp message would go out to that number. I know in Go High Level you can create like complex workflows where you can just assign it to a person. I've done that, but I think it's much easier. It's much easier for me to go to a Google Sheet, see what is their phone number, and enter the phone number over here, than to go and create a complex workflow in the back end where I'm like, yo, if I assign it to this person, if the name is this, then this should go, then that should go. It's like, I mean, bro, simple scales and fancy fails. So I'll just enter the phone number field over here and I'll name it as WhatsApp number because I prefer WhatsApp as a medium of communication between everyone. So I'll enter WhatsApp and boom. Over here as well, I'll just use name. I'll click on save. After that, what could we need? We could possibly need like the LinkedIn URLs which we need to provide. So I'll enter like, oh, can we do this as well? Text box list. I think we can do this where we can enter like multiple. No, I think like again that's gonna become like more complicated. So I'll just enter like a single text or a multi-line text. I think that should work as well. And we're gonna name this LinkedIn URL. So over here we're basically gonna be pasting like the link of the LinkedIn pages that these people have to scrape. Yeah. After that, I'll again gonna ensure it's like required. What else could people need? People need the LinkedIn URL. Like they want the name. Like we need the name to like actually identify them. We need the phone number. And then if we enter like the LinkedIn URL, then we can simply like, yeah, I think that's all we need. We just need like the LinkedIn URL and everything. And then we can like paste the LinkedIn URL. We can reach out to them. We can tell them this is the tutorial you have to scrape. And these are the LinkedIn URLs you need to scrape. So yeah, it's a pretty simple form. And boom. After that, we come back. Yep, and we come over to sites, to sites, and we come over to funnels, because in the funnel section, yeah, one thing I'll also do is I'll just come over here. I'll copy the link to the logo of my website so that we can use it as favicon. I don't know how you pronounce it, favicon, favicon, whatever the fuck it is. So after that, we come over to funnels. I've created like a folder where I've created like funnels for the sales and team. And yeah, it's pretty simple creating a new funnel. I'll click on create a new funnel. Then I'll call it like LinkedIn URL scraping form. Boom. I'll click on create. And yeah, after that, once you have created the funnel, I'll just create like a simple page where I just add the form so that we can like attach the form. I'll just call this like form. Boom. And yeah, I'll click on create from blank. No. After that, we come over here, we click on the plus button, we add a section, we add a row, one column row, then we add a simple freaking form which we have just freaking created right now. Where the frick is that form? Where's the form button? I can't see it. Form. Yeah, there's a form. So yeah, over here, we simply select the form which we have just created. I think we called it LinkedIn URL. Yeah, LinkedIn URL scraper form. So we just select that and boom. After that, we have created the simple form, the name, WhatsApp number, and the LinkedIn URLs of the people. Then we click on save. We come over to where's that SEO metadata thing? Yeah, we give it a title. I'll title the page like content title. I'll just keep it as LinkedIn URL scraper form. Boom, I'll update the SEO, all that crap. And yeah, I'll click on publish over here. I'll connect a domain. So yeah, team.salesgen.com where it is. So yeah, you can connect a domain and Go High Level. It's not really that complicated, not really that difficult. So yeah, after that, just yeah, that's all you had to do. Then you can click on the back button and you will be taken back. Yep. After that, you can come over here in settings and over here the fav icon URL, which is the logo of my company. So as you can see, this yellow button is like the logo of this, and this is known as a fav icon. So whenever someone opens a website, what is displayed over here before this text? So that's what I'm currently showing. So I'll set it as my fav icon, and then when it comes to like the thing like this over here, then I'll just change it. So team.salesgen.com slash LinkedIn URL scraping form. Boom. I'll update this step. And yeah. So now the form is ready. I've created a simple automation and everything is well. Yeah. We have to like just create like the final automation. LinkedIn URL scraping. Update the step. Yep. So now the form is ready. Let's see what it looks like in an incognito window. Huh. Looks good to me. Pretty simple and efficient and gets the job done. I mean, I don't have to make it look pretty because we're just going to be using it for our own internal purposes. I'm not sharing this form with the entire freaking world. Yeah. After that, we come over to the automation tab. And why the frick is it so messy? Like I have a lot of folders. This should be kept in a folder. I'll just freaking refresh it, man, because this looks like very freaking complicated, man. Like that scared the living shit out of me. Whoa. So yeah, after that we come over here. Where's the over here we come over to this folder known as sales and team and lead scraping instruction. Yeah, I'll just create like I'll create a simple workflow where I'll click like select a recipe. No, I have to create from scratch. I'm so sorry. Sales and team. Boom. Create workflow, start from scratch. And after that, like what actually triggers the workflow when the workflow starts, I'll click on form submitted. So yeah, after that the form should be like, I don't want it to trigger when any form submits, only when the LinkedIn URL scraper form is submitted. Like that's a trigger. After that we assign it to the user, so it's assigned to me. Boom. After that we click on the save action over here and then we click on send SMS. Boom. Send SMS done. And yeah, after that we like enter the content of the message. And by the way, this is not an SMS, this is a WhatsApp message. What I've done is I've done some backend stuff so that you can use like your unofficial WhatsApp as like you can send automated messages using that as well. So this is actually my WhatsApp number which we're going to be using. So I'll just be like, hey, contact first name, please scrape the please scrape leads from LinkedIn. Here's the tutorial. Boom. And then we are like the link to the tutorial. Close this freaking tab, man. Is link to the tutorial. And after that, now we have to tell the person like what exact like URLs need to be scraped. These LinkedIn URL to be scraped. So now whatever we entered in the form, we're going to scrape that. So I'll just click over here. I'll click on URL. I'll try to find like the custom field. Yeah, this is the custom field. So whatever people put in the form, now that's going to be included over here. So I'll just click on the save action over here. I'll publish this. I'll give this thing a name. We can name it like LinkedIn URL scraping. Boom. And yeah, now the workflow is published and I'll just test it out once. I'll enter the name of my partner and I'll try to see if the message actually goes through. So I'll just like go to LinkedIn, apply some search conditions and criteria and everything, and then I'll like upload the URLs to the system, and then we're gonna see how it performs and everything. So first thing, like like let's try to reach out to lawyers. Let's say I wanted to reach out to lawyer and people who are like owners or founders or CEOs, and boom. Then over to location, I want people in, let's say, Florida. Boom. How many people do we have left over here? So we still have over 100 people. Then all filters. What services do they provide? Yeah, like industry. If we try to see law practice, yeah, we want the owner, founders, and CEOs of law practices. So now we have like these many people. Let's say this is the first URL I want to scrape. Uh, I need to open the. I don't remember what was the URL of the form. Is this the form? No, I'll just like find the URL of the form. I actually forgot the URL. So I'll just open up the form. I think this is the one, lead sales and team. Yeah, LinkedIn URL scraping form. What was that? So LinkedIn URL scraping. So now I'll enter the name of the person. So I'll enter Ujjwal. I'll enter the WhatsApp number which I don't remember. So I'll open WhatsApp and then see. Boom, so we got the number, we just pasted the number. Now let's try to paste the LinkedIn URLs and hope everything is working pretty freaking well. So first URL pasted, then we come over and let's say I wanted to scrape this in like Arizona as well. Like Arizona is a state, yeah, I think so. Boom. Actually, I did not add a couple of fields. I do need to add some fields as well. Now I freaking remember. Damn. I remember. I remember in the tutorial, I asked them to create like particular folders for all the different accounts. So I'll just call this folder name. Like for all the clients, we will create separate folders for the leads. So I'll create that. And after that, I'll click on this. And over here, I'll click and I'll name this like list name. Like every single, like a list is basically where we store all the leads. So these are two fields, and now I need to update the automation as well so that it actually gets conveyed with the people. So I'm actually freaking dope. Like I'm genuinely freaking pleased that I was able to identify this. I don't want the sales tracking, brother. Lead scraping instructions. No. So now we need to update this as well so that people know what. Yeah, and then I'll just call it name of the folder. Then I'll click on this. I'll search for folder field, folder name. Then I'll click on name of the list. Boom. I'll click on this list name. Boom. Yeah. Everything looks freaking good to me. And I'll click on the save action over here. I'll click on the save button, and now this should be working. So if we try to reload it, more fields should now be added. Yep. So I'll just name it Ujjwal. Phone number is in India, not in Thailand. I am in Thailand, my friend. The number is Indian, my love. So let's do that. Boom. Let's paste the LinkedIn URLs, and I'll just open up like all the list of states in the USA. So I'll do it for all the different states in the US, and I'll just give him like the URLs. So let's start with this. Like let's start with these two, like Arizona and Florida. So yeah, let's go with that. I think this is Arizona. So yeah, after that I'll click on Florida over here. Boom. Show results. Copy this. Boom. Paste it over here. So right now I'm sending like two URLs and then we can see it. Folder name I'll call it Shad. List name I'll call it uh, law practice founder owner CEO US. So yeah, I'll click on submit over here and let's see if the automation worked. So I'll give it like a couple of seconds and hopefully this should now be work. So yeah, as you can see, it's working fine. Here as well, please scrape the leads from LinkedIn. Here's the tutorial. We shared the link to the tutorial which he can watch. It's a text-based instruction and then the video instruction as well. And then we share like the list of the LinkedIn URLs he has to scrape and then the name of the folder where he should add it and then the name of the list where you should add it. So I think the automation is working. So that's a very small part of the entire process. So like we have figured out a way to communicate easily because now all we need to do is every single morning just like add this, like add leads to the folder. It takes like literally 10 seconds. And after that, let's say system to assign work daily and keep them accountable. I will have to create that. I'm not going to create it in this one because yeah, I'll probably like we can assign tasks as well. So we can like add a task to them and then keep it accountable, like yeah, you have to complete it in this much time and all of that. So we can do all of those things, but right now I think most of them are going to be like I believe my people, I know they work hard, so I don't need to like do stuff to like beyond their asses and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll figure out a better way to keep people accountable. But yeah, we have figured out a way to assign the work daily and a way to communicate the work which is assigned to them easily. And I'll just create a spreadsheet with these people. Right now I'm not hired people for this, but once you do, I'll create that. So I'm gonna take it off for the future as well. That's how, like, I'm not saying like this is the perfect system or something like this is mind blowing. I know it's pretty simple, but yeah, again, this would have taken me like 30 to 40 minutes, but now I can just hire people who are willing to work at extremely low prices. I can like literally go to onlinejobs.ph and like hire a virtual assistant for $3 to $4 an hour. Sorry, not a month. That would be great, man. $4 a month, virtual assistant. Anyways, yeah, I can hire people cheaply and they can do the work. So now I have more of my mental headspace to create these systems which can run without me. Because Himanshu Agarwal, my mentor, said that do something once, do it right, but then document and systematize and automate it so that you don't have to do it again. So yeah, we're using as much technology as possible, and when technology cannot actually do it because a human is required to operate this technology, again the process is automated, but a human being is required to operate it. So now we have to find the human being who can run it without me. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a bunch of these different systems, automations and workflows which I can use to automate my business so that I get to the goal of adding like thousands of dollars extra to my monthly income every single month without working more than 2 hours a day. That's the goal. That's the end state towards which I'm optimizing each and every system for. I hope this helped. Hope you found value. If you want me to cover anything in particular, just drop a comment in the YouTube section below. A lot of cool shit in the description. Go fucking check it out. Bye bye, man. Take care of some. Have a lovely, beautiful, fantastic day ahead. Bye.